Good, how are you?
Good.
Right on, hell yeah.
We're sad this is going to be our last time talking to you.
I know, I'm sad too. I was just talking at the last table and it totally made me sad. This is the last time. This is the last time we're going to do this as a cast for Teen Wolf. I
But
think.
you will get together.
Oh, yeah. Who, me and the cast?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's without a doubt. They're my best friends. So, of course,
Instagram that.
when we get together, if you're lucky. Yeah.
How we pick up and everybody's helping you out? Is that what this next part of the season is going to be about?
Helping me out. I mean, I feel like they're always kind of helping me out. Like they're always coming to me for guidance. And Scott's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but this feels right. Let's go this way. And so they're always kind of behind my back, and they got my back. But this season, it does tend to focus more on Scott and like revolves around him. And yeah, they're definitely helping me out. They're my little badass pack. I love them.
Well, there seems to be a lot of alphas right now in Beacon Hills. I mean, are we having one alpha that's going to be at the end, or are we just going to have a spectrum?
Do we have a lot of alphas right now?
Well, I mean, it seems like it with Tyler Hoechlin coming back, he was kind of alpha mode, and then your character Scott, and then we've got a
Right, but then he wasn't an alpha anymore, right?
Yeah.
Derek's not an alpha, right?
Technically, no.
He's technically not. He was. How did this power get stripped from him?
He gave it up to save
He gave it up. Exactly, right. Yeah, so Hecklin's not an alpha anymore. I am. Is anybody else?
Well, it seemed like Liam's stepping up to be an alpha.
Okay, the kid's got potential. Don't get me wrong. There he is, right there. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been kind of teasing Liam stepping up and kind of taking Scott's position in the alpha role and just in the leader of Beacon Hills. But I think he's gonna have to do it his own way. Figure out how to be an alpha. I don't know if true alphas are handed out that easily. So he's gonna have to work for it, I guess, or kill me. Because if you kill an alpha, you become the alpha. That was the original way before we heard about the true alpha shit. So.
It must seem like there was kind of a lot, because even Peter Hale was once upon a time an alpha. So I was like,
Peter Hale was once upon a time an alpha. I believe it's just one. We all have former alphas, alpha alumni, if you will. A little alpha reunion. But yeah, no, it's really cool having the whole pack that that once were alphas, because they know how to fight as alphas. They know they know the brain of an alpha, so it's easier to work with somebody who's kind of like, it's easy to date somebody who's in the same business as you are, because they get it, they get your life. It's kind of like that. I just want to date my alpha friends. That's all I'm trying to say.
What can you say about Scott and Malia? Because that kind of took people by surprise yesterday.
Yeah, so like season 6A, we kind of did a couple of sneak teases to potentially opening up the relationship to Scott and Malia. And I love it. I will always say the best things about Shelley. I think that she is the greatest, most talented person, most loving, caring, affectionate. She's the greatest, and so I was really, really, really happy that we got to end the season like that. And it felt right, in terms of stuff that we haven't really done yet before. Scott had been single for like a full season, which had never happened before, so it was really nice, I think, for Scott to kind of take a step back, focus on himself a little bit, realize what he wants, realize who he is. And at 18, that's still kind of hard, so he's still got some figuring out to do. But yeah, he and Malia are really sweet and really great friends. And I think that's the how every good relationship forms is by being really good friends at first, and then kind of just naturally transcend into that. But I'm not saying anything. It could have been a dream sequence. Oh, I'm telling you, Teen Wolf throws curveballs. You know this.
well, does he even have time for a romance, given the fact they're going to be hunted for the next part?
Hey, come on, baby. There's always time for romance.
Just a little bit.
There's always time for romance. I mean, those things look weird, don't they? They look like buttholes. They look like giant. I'm sorry, I got really distracted. But like, what the hell?
It's just the art.
I mean, they're also kind of beautiful at the same time. I'm not saying a butthole isn't beautiful, but like, all right, we'll come back to that later. What did you ask me again?
We're talking about the romance, whether there's even time for it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's always turmoil in Beacon Hills, and they're always fighting for their lives and trying to figure out a new method of saving their lives or killing a bad guy or defeating a bad guy, whatever. But they're still kids, you know, and we really try to do a good job at making it relatable and you know, even when you're like thrust in like danger and destruction and chaos, you know, you can't hide feelings. You can't stop feelings, and if you know those feelings are there, you're going to act on them. So we just do a good job. I think that's what would really happen if kids were faced with like danger and there were feelings involved. I don't think they would push the feelings away. So there's always time.
What do you think about the way the show wraps up? I mean, did it give you a satisfying ending?
Yeah, totally. I really liked it a lot. I think it gave Scott a really sweet ending, one that I feel like he's needed for a while. You know, Scott's kind of not a troubled kid, but like that kid's always stressed out, you know, and pressured, and I feel bad for him. I feel like he needs a break, and he kind of gets that. You get that sense of it, you know, at the very end, sort of in a way. And it's a really cool ending. What was that? Did I answer that? There's something else I was going to say. I lost it. Oh.
How did you feel like working with the character Gerard again? Because you defeated him like way back in season 2, and now he's like the big bad again. So how do you feel like coming full circle like that?
Total full circle. I think it was a really cool way to wrap it up because, you know, each season we kind of try to dive into a new folklore and mythology. And from my point of view, you know, sometimes it can get a little confusing, and which is always really fun and really cool. But you know, it could get a little confusing. I sometimes I'm watching a show and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And you know, we kind of bring it back to like the simplest form that it was, and you know, hunters hunting these beasts, and it doesn't get much more simple than that. You know, it's a war between humans and wolves, and it was really cool. Plus, I love Michael. Michael Hogan's a great dude. Really talented guy, and I learned a lot from him over the years. You know, he is the most committed dude I've ever met. Actor, he will just stay there all fucking night and all day, never complain, and just always be on. I love him. So yeah, it was the greatest having him back.
Scott's grown so much since season 1. Like,
oh boy, thank you.
Not just like physically, but just like both you as an actor and just also as the character. So what do you feel like Scott's learned the most over the course of the seasons? Like, what can you take away now that he's going to college?
Scott take away so much. I don't know. I've never thought about that before, really. What can Scott take away? What was the most valuable information that he's learned over the years?
How to be a leader?
Yeah, definitely. But like, there's a lot of. I was gonna say that, but there's a lot of things that come with being a leader. You know, like you gotta learn to let yourself fail, and be okay with it. You know, a lot of learning comes from failure. And so I think that's one of the things, you know, he's always had the leader mentality. He's always wanted to save people and save his friends and be there, but he didn't really know how, you know. So I think that's what he took away, you know. Learning how to be there and be the hero and a leader, but figuring out the balance of like leadership and accepting your wrongs and being a human also, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tyler.
guys.
Thank you.